I know that summer can be a busy time for a lot of producers, so I appreciate you taking the time to spend a few minutes with me and our new ground video here on AGDAILY TV. My name is Ryan Tipps, I'm the editor of AGDAILY, and it's so easy to miss a nugget of news here or there. So what we like to do in this video is highlight some of the biggest news items and the most interesting things that have happened in ag in the past week or so. One of the most talked about things of late is the fate of the herbicide Atrazine, which is facing some new proposed rules from the EPA that would severely restrict its use. In June, the EPA proposed a rule that would impose restrictions on Atrazine use, essentially dropping the level of concern number to an ultra-low 3.4 parts per billion and limiting corn farmers' ability to use the product effectively. The restrictions would apply when soils are saturated, during rain or storm events, and in any aerial application. Part of the EPA's reasoning is that atrazine is leachable, so misuse could impact groundwater and nearby waterways. Farmers and grower organizations are pushing back because scientific data has repeatedly affirmed the safety of atrazine, and no new research has come out to dispute prior findings. The EPA's decision comes across as arbitrary and perhaps even political. Public comment on atrazine regulations can be made until September 6th. The easiest way to do that is to go to the National Corn Growers Association website and click on the Take Action tab. According to a new report from the USDA, American cattle inventory is down a full 2%. That's down to 98.8 million head of cattle and calves on our nation's farms. Why are numbers decreasing? That's a good question. Drought is likely a factor as producers liquidate herds in states hardest hit. Additionally, slaughter numbers are up 14.5% to date as liquidations continue. And this data isn't entirely unheard of. The industry sees cyclical trends every 10 years or so, with the last major contraction being between 2007 and 2013. It's worth noting that contracted cattle numbers typically spell higher beef prices, motivating a lot of U.S. producers to expand in this kind of environment. I know full well that plant-based is a term that can really get under people's skin. And that's because there's a lot of companies and marketing groups out there that use it to lash out at livestock producers and at a lot of conventional farming. But we do need to understand that plant-based is something that's on the minds of a lot of consumers. In a recent report released by the PlantBased Products Council, which is an advocacy organization for plant-based consumer products and packaging, their findings show that 71% of consumers reported they consciously think about products and packaging made from plant-based materials when they shop. Of that total, 12% replied that plant-based is always a consideration. The focus from plant-based advocates tends to be on renewable plant inputs such as corn, soy, and hemp. And in the report, consumers cited recyclability, compostability, and the environment as the top reasons for purchasing a plant-based product. And of course, when we say plant-based, a lot of people think just food, but there are lots of various plant-based products out there, and a lot of them still have a long way to go to really gain acceptance and recognition from the consumer. Think of things like automotive cleaners, diapers, flooring. There are plant-based versions of all those products, but in the report, large swaths of people have said they had no familiarity whatsoever with those kinds of products. Well, that wraps up this week for New Ground. Thank you for watching. Please keep an eye on agdaily.com for lots more updates on news items around the country. We also have AGDAILY TV and lots of social channels for you to follow. Take care and stay safe.